Pleasure to be here with the President and Vice President of EuRA, Michele Bramstoft and Susana Bourne. Everybody is going through extraordinary times at the moment. I just want to thank you for everything you did last week in Seville to successfully roll the conference over to next year. How was that? Susana, you had a lot to do with that.
I had an exciting time due to the fact that things here in Spain are as they were, and the chances that I may have been next to somebody that may have had been exposed to this virus. I decided to speak with the board and see if I should really be present or not, or whether just an online video conference would be good enough, just in case, to be on the safe side. I didn't want to put anybody else's lives at risk. So I stepped back home. I came back home, and then we had a conference call about it. So yeah, it was very exciting.
I mean, I've got to say thank you for everything that you did in actually talking with the venues, talking with the hotel. I mean, to have somebody who not only knows, obviously, the language, but the culture and how people act with each other is great. Michele, you had an interesting journey home.
I certainly did. Even getting to Spain, it was sort of touch and go because Lufthansa had been canceling so many flights, and they had forgotten to mention to myself and also to Elizabeth, who was there, that they had rebooked us on another flight. So on Monday, I got a text message that said, "Oh, your flight booked for the 12th." I'm like, the 12th? Wait a minute. What's that about? I didn't know I was supposed to leave on the 11th. It took a while, but they did the same thing to me when it was time to leave. I was supposed to leave on Saturday, and then I got to the airport, and they offered me a place to stay. So I did have a bed to sleep in, and my meals were paid. But it was a bit stressful.
Tense, I can imagine.
Tense.
That leads me on to my...
And I'm home.
Yeah. That leads me on to my first question, because obviously what happened then happened very, very quickly. Susana, what's happening now in Spain?
Yes, as you say, this was very quick. When I went down to Seville, I didn't expect everything to be closing down so quickly. We had already been discussing this, and we were looking closely at Italy. And although our government hadn't actually said anything about home working or anything, what we had done was we split our team into two parts, so that if any one person did get the virus, then there would be less risk that we would all fall down at the same time. So we already broke our office into two, and we had one working in the home office and one working from the office, because there's still things to do. There's still posts to be received. There's still a lot of things to be done.
Yeah.
We decided to take those measures before the government had even taken any measures or told us of what measures we should be taking. But we thought it was too risky to have everybody in the one place at the one time. So we did that. We've already been working from home for a while. And then recently the government did say it was a definite shutdown. And so then we've all come home and are all now working from home. But the measures have been very simple, because as we have the quality seal, and as everybody knows, we do have to have contingency planning in place. So for us, it was just a question of pick your things up and go. So it wasn't a big issue in that respect.
Yeah, that was good. We also tested our contingency plan like the week before, and without warning, it's just like everybody had to clean their desk and go home and make sure it all worked. And yeah, there was a few hiccups. Now everything, is working, and we've also been at home for the past week. Yeah.
And so, Michele, is that official government policy now? Sorry. Is it official government policy in Denmark to be?
It is. It is. They have. We're in lockdown. The borders are closed. You wouldn't imagine when I came in on Sunday night, there was usually the line. Well, first of all, the airplane, it's from a Schengen country, but we parked so that we'd have to go through passport control. And I've never seen so many Danes going crazy, because their line was the longest. And I'm like, where do I go? Where do I go?
Right.
And my line for non-EU because I'm still, thanks to Corona, I'm still waiting for the Danish citizenship. My line was short, and I had to produce my permit and everything, which fortunately I had on me and everything, along with my passport, of course. But yeah, but there's everything really. It's such a serious disease. And now there was a press conference yesterday from the government talking about different economic plans for businesses, and last week already the Prime Minister was saying, don't fire people, there's plans coming, they've deferred tax payments and rents and all kinds of stuff. So it's really, things are in motion, and tonight the Queen Margrethe is going to speak to the country at 8 o'clock.
And Susana, have you heard anything like that being implemented yet in Spain? Like relief for businesses, financial relief?
Well, they are putting a lot of emphasis on the fact that they're going to be helping. The reality is, as yet, I don't think anybody knows very much. They are saying that people that are work for themselves, have their own company, may have not to pay all the taxes that they have to, but it's all up in the air. They're also saying that please don't sack anybody. We need to hold on to our people. They will put in a plan where we can put them on the dole. I don't know how you call it.
Unemployment.
Yeah.
And the government will pay for part of it. But in the same way as you, Michele, we're waiting. I think we're due to hear something more today. I did ring the labour lawyers to see if they could shed some light on this and how we're meant to move forward with holidays and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But they have no time at all. Their phone is ringing 24/7 as well, because everybody is in a position where obviously this is a world problem, economic problem, and everybody wants to survive this and is trying to find the route to do so. So we have to hold tight for the time being.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really interesting to hear. Thank you. What we're going to do with these mini sort of podcast videos is just keep everyone updated with things like this as they start to happen, because obviously the more I feel we can start to normalize this very, very bizarre new situation, the better off we're all going to be psychologically. And that brings me to my next point.
Yes.
How are your teams coping, Michele?
They're coping well. We started using virtual meetings, and we haven't really done a lot of that before. So it's there was a few bumps, but we're working with that, and it's nice to be able to see each other, and we're going to continue to do that, and we're doing it daily so that we have our daily huddle and then a longer meeting on Monday, and
that's great.
It's working.
And Susana, are you using the same kind of tech?
We're using the same tech. We have a management meeting every day at 9 o'clock, just to see what is news on the news, what is the reality, what is our reality. So we have that first thing. Our staff, it's amazing really to see how everybody really does come together in this kind of times. Today, just now, we've heard that the hotels are now closing down, and of course we do have people that are in hotels.
Oh gosh.
So suddenly there's a mad rush on you can see everybody working. Can I do anything? I know this person here that may be able to help us, and everybody's pulling together. It's really nice to see how everybody's really, all the best is coming out of everybody.
Yes,
so, It is challenging because you are, whether you like it or not, you're in a room on your own with a computer, and you've got phones, which is going all the time. You get earache almost from having a phone next to you. But the reality is we're all there, and everybody's really doing their utmost to try and keep together. One of my girls called in and said that they had a bit of a flu, or they thought they might have a flu, and I said to her, just go, do what you. I don't know what the situation is. Do what you have to do. And she said, no, I'm working. I'm on my own. I'm here. So, which is just so nice that everybody's really pulling together.
I think you're right, Susana. It does bring the best out of people, and also some great ideas that you've had, Dom, to make the MIMS free this month, and there's just all kinds of things that we haven't thought of yet that are going to really help the silver lining to this really destructive situation we're in.
That's really, I mean, I have to say, it's really great to hear your teams are so positive, you're so positive. It's, I mean, everybody's reacting to this in very different ways, but, I think it's a measure of, our industry that they really, really care. People really care about people in this industry.
Yeah.
And this is a humanity crisis, isn't it? Listen, just final question, in terms of like staying positive and keeping going, is everything good with your families?
Go ahead. Yes, very good. It's well, we're keeping in touch more now, so that's a nice thing. And just to, the family is really good. So, but I'm just, you can't imagine how you really realize and appreciate more when you kind of got stuck somewhere for a while. And although you're in Madrid, Suzanne, I might have had to hitchhike to Madrid because I know no one in Sevilla.
You would be invited. You knew you'd have a home. Nobody would have left you there. And family life with me is fine as well. We're all in touch via the tools that we have, the computer, the phone, and it's the only way we can do it. So
that's right.
It is what it is, and I think we all. It's very difficult to be in a lockdown. It's very difficult not to be able to go out for a walk. It's very difficult not to have a pet to take out for a walk because that's one of the things we're allowed to do. But we all have to try our best, and hopefully this will be something that will work and that will stop the spread. So let's hope it's all in for a good cause.
Absolutely.
I think it will. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I'd love to catch up with you in 10 days and have the same conversation again and see where we all are. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
For anybody who's listening or watching this, we're going to be producing these videos every day. We're going to be talking to members all over the world in different situations. And when I had this idea last night, it came to me because by the time the day had ended, the positivity in me had been changed by the fact that I was able to talk to people. To our members, to our board. That's what kept it going. And you both said the same thing about your teams. Keeping that communication open is so important if we're all sitting in a room by ourselves. So thank you so much, Susana. Thank you so much, Michele. And we will catch up again soon.
Thank you, Dom.
Take care, guys.
Great idea.
Bye.
And nice to see you.
Yes, it's nice to see
lovely.
you.